Cover, the first thing we see is the Samsung Galaxy Book itself. It is actually a really well built tablet and it is quite thin as well. So I'm going to pop that to the side. We've also got this little cover that comes in, so I'm going to put that to the side. And next up we have the Samsung Galaxy Book keyboard case, and there's a little illustration here showing you how you can attach the S Pen holder to the keyboard. And full disclosure, this whole package arrived yesterday. In my excitement, I opened it up without recording the unboxing video. So I've put everything back together, but I've already attached the S Pen holder. I'm going to show you all of that in a second, but just so you know, this should be separate. Pop that to the side, and now we've got all the accessories. So starting from the right hand side, we have the adaptive fast charger, and now this is about the same size as a regular phone charger, but it is considerably smaller than, you know, your typical laptop chargers. So on the left hand side, that's where the USB pops in. So we've got the USB cable down there, and it is a fast charger. So put that to the side, and this is the USB cable. Now the Samsung Galaxy Book uses USB Type-C, which is a new sort of smaller cable, and you can pop it in this way or upside down. It doesn't make a difference. And the other side is a traditional USB, so that's the side as well. Next we've got the quick start guide, and this is available in both English and French because this is a Canadian model, and you've also got the warranty papers in French and English, and you can see that the plans start from $80 Canadian. At the bottom, behind this paper bundle, is your micro SD card ejector tool. I'm going to pop that out. I had a bit of trouble the last time I tried it, but hopefully it should be smoother this time around. There we go. So that's what that looks like, and I'm going to show you how you can actually use this with the Galaxy Book. I'm going to pop that right in the middle there. This is the packaging for the S Pen holder. I've already put it on. I'll show you how that works. And these are extra nibs for the S Pen in case you actually lose the one that's already attached to it. There's also a little sort of plier type tool, so you can yank the nib out and pop the new one right in. Finally, we have the Samsung S Pen, and you can see it is pretty much like a pen in terms of both length and thickness. So they've made it really well. It feels pretty well built, and it's got a nice weight to it. You can see there is a little clip on the top here, and that's how you attach it to the S Pen holder. And there's also one button, which is the only button on the entire pen, and that's how you can activate Air Command. At the top, you've got the nib, which has a slightly rubbery feeling to it, and you can actually push it in. And that's to make it a bit more natural when you're using the stylus, so it feels like you're writing with a pen on paper as opposed to dragging a bit of plastic on a glass surface. So I'm going to pop that right here, and we'll get rid of all this stuff and I'll show you what the tablet looks like. So this is the keyboard case, and again the illustration showing you how you can attach the S Pen holder. It's essentially a little sticker that attaches to the back side of the keyboard, and that is what it looks like. So you get this little attachment in the plastic packaging, and you just take the back off and you stick it on like that. It's pretty flat, although it does stick out just a tiny bit from the cover. And it's only available on the left hand side, so if you're hoping to put it on the right hand side, there's no indentation here. It's always going to be on the left hand side. Inside the case we have this bit of polystyrene, and that is the keyboard. Now this is the Canadian model, so you will see some symbols that you might not see on the American model, and mainly really the pound sign over here. But this is a backlit keyboard, and you don't ever have to charge it. You just attach it to your tablet using these pogo pins at the top, and at the bottom of the tablet it attaches magnetically, and you can just use it straight out of the box. No need to charge it or anything. Same with the S Pen. And just to show you how this fits, it just slides in like so. It is a bit rough, and that's good because that means you're not going to drop it anytime soon. And again, you can just pull it out just like so. I'm going to pop it back in for the time being. And considering how thin this keyboard case is, I have to say that the amount of travel you get with the keys on this case is actually very, very impressive. The reviews I watched online led me to believe that this would be really flimsy, but it's quite solid and I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm looking forward to testing it out properly in my full review. Quickly on the back, you've just got a bunch of illustrations showing you how you can actually use the case. So this part attaches magnetically to the back of the tablet, and you can fold it using the various origami styles, I suppose. I'm going to show you how that works. Finally, we have the Samsung Galaxy Book, and as I mentioned before, it is really well built and it's quite thin as well, so I'm already impressed with the build quality for this device. And again, I told you I've already sort of turned it on and set it up, so you don't have to watch me fumbling through all the Windows 10 setup menus. It is already running Windows 10 and set up with my account, but we'll start with the back first. So you can see it is the Core i5 7th generation Intel processor, so it's dual core, and it's running Windows 10 Pro. You've got the 13 megapixel rear facing camera here. There is no flash, but it does support optical image stabilization, and you can record videos up to 4K resolution. On the left hand side, you can see how thin the tablet is already, but you've got the single speaker on the left hand side, and that little tray where your micro SD card slot is. My ejector tool here, and I'm just going to show you how that works. You pop it in just like so, and you push, and the tray comes out, and this is where you put your micro SD card, and it supports up to 256 gigabyte micro SD cards, so you can add a card in there and the total storage would go up to 512 gigabytes, which is pretty nice. At the bottom you've got the pogo pins which attach to the keyboard magnetically, and on the right hand side of the tablet you've got another speaker, so you've got one here and one on the other side, and that means you get stereo surround sound, and you have two USB Type-C ports, and you can use either one of these ports to charge the tablet. And finally, right at the bottom you have the 3.5mm headphone jack, which is nice to have, especially in 2017. Moving to the top of the tablet, you have a little vent here for the fan, a bunch of microphones, and the power and volume button. So pretty clicky and they're quite responsive. And right at the front, last thing I want to mention, you have the front-facing camera. And let me just turn the tablet on. So I'm going to long press power button. You'll see the light at the front, and then the tablet will boot up. So Samsung Galaxy Book. This is a 12-inch model, so it's got a 4K. I just wanted to mention, I made a mistake in the video. It's not a 4K display, it's actually a full HD plus display. That said, back to the video. 12-inch Super AMOLED display, which means that colors are really vibrant and they punch. So really beautiful display. I'm just going to log in quickly. And that is what it looks like. So really bright display. All the colors very vibrant. The blacks, you can't even tell that the screen is on. That's how dark they are. So really happy with this. And this supports HDR. So if you're watching content on YouTube or Netflix that supports HDR, you get some really fantastic media experience, really. So I'm going to pop this into the tablet. You can see, into the keyboard case, sorry. And you can see it attaches magnetically, like so. It's attached. And the back, again, magnetically fits. So you've got a bunch of different angles as well. This is the first one. You can push that down to get to the second angle, and then you can push it down one last time to get to the final angle, which is most probably what you'll be using when you're typing. And I mentioned that this is a backlit keyboard. So if we do this, hold the FN button and the backlit key, you can see that the keyboard does light up. It might be hard to see at this angle, but you can see that the keyboard does have backlighting and it has 3 different settings. The final thing I want to show you in this quick unboxing video is how the S Pen works. So I'm going to pull it out. And the thing it borrowed from the Note series of devices is Air Command. So you press that button and you can activate Air Command on your tablet. What works is pretty simple. So you can see I'm hovering. The cursor is following my stylus. press the button, and Samsung's Air command shows up. So you've got Create Note, View All Notes, Smart Select, Screen Write, and Show Window. I'll do Create Note, and I'll show you what the S Pen is capable of. Actually, I'm going to give you better angles so you're actually eye level with the tablet. Okay, so you are now at eye level, and hopefully you can see the screen a bit better. I'm just going to show you what the S Pen is capable of. It is a pressure-sensitive display, so the harder you press with the pen, the thicker the line is going to be. And I just want to say that writing with the S Pen is really smooth. Even at this weird angle, and even with the camera in front of me, I can actually type, or write rather, really well. My writing is a bit wobbly, but ignore that. Thank you for watching. This has been Zaim Siddiqui from Zeus Reviews. I will be posting more videos with the Samsung Galaxy Book and of course the S Pen, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this quick unboxing.